This is my February haul. Welcome to everyone watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. Today I have a February haul for you, a little earlier than I normally would on Thursday rather than Saturday, as I was saying in my video that went live on Sunday, because it was just planning wise, it just worked out better to do it on Thursday. I was like, I don't think they'll mind. And I do have to preface this video by saying that most of what you're about to see was sent to me in PR. 90% of all of the products that are lying in front of me were sent to me by brands. And either I had a gift voucher or they just sent me the collection, whatever it was, they contacted me and I was able to get things for free. It's a lot, so bear with me as we go along. I will be putting some swatches for these products into the video because I don't know when I will be able to showcase them otherwise for you. So that's why we will be doing that for one brand for sure. Also because there are products that they sent me where I'm like, am I realistically going to be reviewing those, or am I just like going to like pass them on to other people anyways? Because I'm not excited for everything that I received, especially if I don't get to choose products myself. That's just the realistic side of things as well. So where do we start? Let's start with Yesstyle, because Yesstyle sent me two things. First up, I hit a certain amount of money as to like how much people had spent using my code. I have a code with Yesstyle. I think it's FloatDream23, gets you 5% off of your order, and it makes me a little bit of commission, but Yesstyle sort of tracks how much the orders that people make are worth. And in order to stay within the influencer program, you need to hit a certain tier every year. But this year, in the past, like within a given 12-month period, so many orders came in on the Yesstyle website using my code that they were like, we're gonna send you some free skincare. I've never tried this, but this is VT. I think, is this the brand that does that weird lip injection sort of lip plumper thing? It looks like to be the same brand. I'm not entirely sure. And they, like, it's these huge, like, serums and stuff. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to use all of them, but it does come with a hyaluronic acid one, which I love. A PDRN Cica one, which I think I might like as well. A squalane one. I love squalane. And then there's one thing that really doesn't mean much to me. It's Bright and Glow Glutathione. I don't know. It's also Cica based, whatever. So that might work as well. It does, like, it also says brightening. I don't know. And then a sebum care and calming with azelaic acid. And again, azelaic acid is another skincare ingredient that I would like to try some more of. So I do think, like, I wasn't, like, they didn't tell me what I was gonna get, right? It was just surprise. So this is nice. I think I'm gonna have to put this into my skincare cupboard, and this is the box it came in. So that's lovely. So thanks to Yesstyle for sending this to me, but also thanks to you guys for using my code and getting me up a tier. Because I'm up a tier, they also sent me a gift voucher that said you can spend 100 euros for free and you get a free shipping voucher as well. So I used that to put towards a full face makeup look with things that were still on my wish list from Yesstyle. So I sort of used that money there, and I will be filming with this really soon. That's why I'm filming the video today, so I can swatch these products and have a video up with a full face makeup look, applying all of these products to my face in the next week or so. That is the plan. So we have a foundation I still wanted to test out. This is the Missha Health Satin Wear Healthy Green Cushion. So I've tried the Don't Touch Glass Pink Cushion, but this is the green version in that line, and this is the one that's like more viral, more popular, and I just want to see what the difference is because I'm not entirely sure. It says silky texture, natural glow. I got it in the same shade, 21N, so I'm just gonna try it. It does say matte and shiny and clean. Use for 100 days. I am not sure what I should expect with this one, but this is one I bought the pink one because I couldn't buy this because this was so popular, it was sold out at the time. But when I was testing out a bunch of cushion foundations a couple of years ago, I wanted to try some Alicia as well. And I really love my pink one. And I was like, this way I have the green one to try. So that's that. Everything is still in the boxes because I just checked to see whether everything was okay. Because I love my art class blush in D Mauve so much, I decided to get one of their highlighters and one of their contour products because I was like, I like that blush so much, maybe they can do really good other cheek products too. And I did look into these when I was in Japan, but I was like, I can very easily get these on Yesstyle. What is the shade here? Does it say? The highlighter is in Bubble Blank, and it's giving throwback to the unicorn highlighters. That's how this reads to me. Not sure I like it. I still need to swatch it. Like I said, these are all brand new, and I still need to swatch these and sort of put them on my face, but I will be doing that really soon for you. We're gonna have a nice little makeup trial together. And then the contour is in the shade Modern. This I'm really excited for. Look at this. Look at how light this is. But this is not a contour shade. I know some people hate on me for using contours and bronzers, being angry, like, it's a contour shade, you should apply it differently. Some people just don't understand that if you have very fair skin that leans more cool tone, that things that are promoted as contours by brands will work like a bronzer on me. That's just the way. So this I bought to be used as a bronzer, just to be totally clear here. And then of course, I just can't stick to buying just one thing. I did get a new concealer. This is the Long Lasting Tip Concealer by Luna. I got it in 0.7 Ivory. It may be too light. I'm not entirely sure. I hadn't really thought of this brand before, but because it was like one of the more popular concealers on the website, I was like, might as well try it. I haven't tried a new K-Beauty concealer for a while, so. I did go a little bit ham in the blush department. So I'm not sure when I do my full face makeup look in the next week whether I'll be able to test all of these out for you. Not entirely sure. So Yesstyle does make it possible for you to receive some free bees with your orders when you are affiliated with them. This is the Decay Soufflé Color Pot. Where have we seen that before? So this is their version, and it looks like a little heart, of a fouille pudding pot, essentially. Like every brand under the sun is coming out with these things. This is in the shade Lavender Potage, number 15. So that's why I wanted to try this. So they always give you a couple of options of things you can select from, and this was the thing that stood out to me, and I was like, ooh, might like that. This I'm super excited for. This is by Young Seymour, and this is their Artist Cushion Blush in the shade Odd Mauve. It's a cushion, like a cushion foundation, but then it's a blush. In my brain, that makes sense. And I have to say, I tried the Essential Skin Nuder Foundation by Young Seymour. They're a Korean makeup artist, I believe, and it's so good formula-wise. That is one of the ones that I kept in my makeup collection to use up at some point, and that also came with a refill. So if they can do a good blush as well, I was intrigued. I was intrigued. And then I just couldn't choose. Josie E has come out with blushes, and these are the Tortoise Shell Blush. I believe from what I could see on Yesstyle that the packaging looks like a tortoise shell, so it's very Victoria Beckham coded, I feel, because the packaging from that very luxury brand is of course also old tortoise shell design, and these ones look like that as well. I bought two because I couldn't choose. N02, which is Camellia Latte, and B02, which is called Raspberry Rum. And from the way these looked on the Yesstyle website, I'm really seeing brands coming out, especially within K-Beauty and C-Beauty, with blushes that read like neutral, so that aren't super vibrant, but that have that sort of toned down sort of vibe to it. And I feel we haven't had a lot of really good neutral blushes. So when I looked at these on the website, I was like, that looks like something I might like. So these could be too brown toned for me and not work for me at all. That is sometimes the case with a neutral blush. just like with a neutral lipstick where I'm like, that's not a nude on me. But these I'm excited for to see. And this way I get to branch out because I've tried some Josie E eyeshadow. And I think I've tried like a lip product by them and stuff, but this way I can try some of their like cheek products as well. And then I have an Apio highlighter. This is the Glossy Jelly highlighter. I'm not sure I'll like this. Can I open this? I'm not sure what this is supposed to do. Does it have a shade name? I can't, oh, Pink Shell. Oh, it still has a sticker, so I can't open it very easily. But this intrigued me as well. Apio is a brand I like, again, quite a bit. I have some of the liquid blushes and I really adored those, so trying some more Apio makes sense to me. And I really wanted to test out either different products that were still on my wish list or things that look like something I hadn't tried before. That's why I picked up this lip combo to see if it might work. But Romand has these Lip Mate pencils, and this is in the shade Taupey shade. That's what the shade is called. And it's supposed to be a taupe. And I love my grayish lip liner. I was like, that could be nice. And then I have this Heart%. What is this called again? It's shade 11, Dawn Mauve. But here is the brand. It just looked intriguing. Dote on Mood One-Way Glowy Tint. And something in my brain just clicked when I saw these two products. Like, wouldn't it be pretty to have this like grayish brown sort of lip liner with a grayish pinky mauve on the lips, like combined? That's sort of the vision. I hope it delivers. I hope it delivers. And I've never tried Heart% before. And then something that I see all over TikTok are these Sheen Effect eyeshadows. They're multi-chrome eyeshadows. They're just called single shadow. I bought one in shade Artist and Lost Dreams. One is the Color Gradient series and the other is the Holiday series. So two different series, and I just picked up two that looked on the swatches that I could find like it might be something I might like, but these are really beautiful. And I can hopefully just build up a look with like a little bit of the contour like used as a crease shade and then using these as singles. They seem to be really pretty from what I can see online. So thanks to Yesstyle for gifting me that voucher and the freebies that I got alongside of it. Thanks to you guys for using the code. And if you do want to get 5% off on Yesstyle off your next order, then again, feel free to use my code if you want to. You are very much making this possible, you could say. So there's that. Next, let's take a little bit of a break from freebies because like I said, I did pay for some things with my own money, and this isn't completely on my, like, something I did because I had help getting my hands on 3 new Viseart palettes. These are all new to me. They aren't necessarily new to the brand. 2 of them are from their newer ranges. 1 of them was released a little bit longer ago, but it was continuously sold out when I was trying to buy from them. But Esther, who is always hanging out in my comments, and we do makeup swaps from time to time, was like, hey, it's Black Friday, Viseart sale is on. If we buy it together, it's going to be fairly cheaper than when we just buy it one person at a time. I was like, do I need any? And I was like, no, but then I had to look at the website and I saw that 2 of these were almost half off, and then another one, like the newer one, wasn't on sale, but like getting all 3 of these was as expensive as getting 2 of them. And I was like at full price. So I was like, that might be worth it. And these were still on my wish list. So Esther, thanks so much for placing the order. You should already have been paid back for your effort. So I did pay for these with my own money, but I had help. That's also why it took a little bit of time. Very often when we order from the US around Black Friday, it takes about 4 to 6 weeks to get here anyway. And then we had loads of bad weather at the start of January. And then of course, because I didn't order this myself, but Esther did, then Esther has to find the time to send the package over to me as well. So thanks so much to Esther for giving me the help. And of course, what I still wanted to have was the praline étendue. So praline étendue is, I think, how you would pronounce it in French. Part of my French. I'm not French, but that's how my French sort of high school French brain works. And this is really pretty. It's essentially an all brown palette. So did I need this? No. But now that it was like half off, it was 27 euros on the official Viseart website. I was like, might as well. And I like this like packaging. It's like a little bit shinier. They've definitely been doing something differently. And when I swatch these, because I did already swatch these a while ago, the formula didn't feel the same in the shimmers as some of my other Viseart palettes. So I'm like, are they doing something differently or not? I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna have to see what it looks like when I use it on my lids. And I hope to be able to test these things out for you in March, because there's just too many palettes and I only have 2 eyeballs and I already had enough to test out for February, you could say. But these I hope to be able to roll into my March Shop My Stash. Then they came out with the 12 pan version of the Paris edit. It's now called Paris Nuit Étoilée, and it used to be called something like it was the city one. I still have the 8 pan of it, so I can do a comparison when I test this out. But what they've essentially done is given me the lighter shades that I needed to make this work, because the original 8 shades were very dark or very light, and there was like no in between. But you're still getting that really beautiful teal shade. You get the dark grays and the dark purple, but you're just getting a couple of other shades that help to round it out, which I'm super excited for. So I think this is going to work better for me, and probably long term I don't need to keep the 8 pan. I'm going to keep the 8 pan so I can compare it to the 12 pan. But those 4 shades I think are going to make all the difference for me to be using this more, because the original palette is just incredibly smoky and dark, which is beautiful, but I like that this gives you the options to do more neutral things. And then of course the new release, the Vespertine Nocturne. No, Violette Nocturne, that's what it's called. And this struck me immediately when I saw it, because I have the Violette Étendue, I have the Vespertine Étendue, but this is sort of sitting in between the two. It's not as vibrant as the original Violette, but you do get some vibrancy, but it's also not as mid-tone heavy as the Vespertine is. This sort of sits in between. It has some really stunning shimmers in, and yeah, it's not like, this is the only warm tone you have really. So I can't wait to test this out a little bit more. Has Viseart finally done more of a cool tone color story, is what was going through my brain. Did I need all of these? No, because I feel like if you have a couple of Viseart palettes like I do, and you were to depot all of them, because they can very easily be depotted, you just really end up with so many repeat shades. I know that, but I don't know. Viseart is one of my favorite formulas. I love that they're small and curated, and you can just do so many different things with the different color stories you have. So to me, they make a lot of sense. I am getting a little bit of Viseart fatigue, because I have some of the other ones, and I'm like, they're all starting to look the same, but I'm still lusting after that Midsummer palette. And then Esther contacted me like, oh, I got a spare one in my Beautylish palette. Shall I send it over at some point? I was like, please, no, not anytime soon, because I'm like drowning in eyeshadow at the minute. And that's a nice little segue into, this is why I'm drowning in eyeshadow at the minute. I placed an order using my gift card code on Monolith for their December drop. And then something started to happen and they couldn't send that order yet, because one of the things I wanted to get wasn't available yet. It just hadn't come in. And then of course Monolith already had their new drop last Sunday, so they did already send me my new things as well in the same order. Like, this was just still on the back burner. I believe in theory I paid for 2 of these with my own money, but 4 of these were sent to me by Monolith. So this wasn't sent to me by these brands themselves. You do need to be very aware of that. And these I'm gonna have to put into my Shop My Stash also in March and possibly also April, because this is when I was like, okay, now there is a lot. And if Monolith does like any sort of new drops in February or March, they could very well be sending me a little bit more again. And this time, like, they just sent me stuff. Like, I didn't have a choice, you could say. Which, you know, at the end of 2025, I was able to like be a little bit more strategic about what I was picking. But this time around, they just like sent me stuff as well, which is okay. I'm not gonna knock them for it. I am very appreciative of that. But this is the point where I was like, when this came in, I was like, yep, now I'm overwhelmed. Like, with everything that came in the past couple of months, I'm now like, okay, yeah, we just need to make our way through it first, and then we can continue onwards. But yeah, this is gonna be fun. So what did I get? Let me see. What was the order that took the longest to get here? Which is why you'll see Christmas palettes in here. Yeah, these ones. So the thing that caused the delay was this palette, the Crystallized from Bella Beauty Bar. The minute I saw this, I was like, that's so pretty. And this is why I'm like, that new Beauty Bay palette, the Wonderscape, do I need that too? Maybe not. I still need to take pictures of these, so that's why they look pristine in this video today. But it's essentially a very muted, pastel-leaning, sort of softer color story. And apparently the order they placed, like the palettes just were stuck in a UPS warehouse. Then there was a fire, whatever it was. So this had to like be resent, and then there was lots of bad weather in both the US as well as Europe. So this just took forever to get to Monolith warehouse. And they finally got it in, and they sent it to me straight away with the other stuff I had. So that's something we'll be testing out in the future. And this is what I'm saying, like, this is why it took a while. Like, I was hoping that this would be in around Christmas time. That was the intention. But I got DD Signature's Festive Elegance palette in, because this is a brand I haven't tried yet. And I was like, that could be nice. I know I love the Bella Beauty Bar formula. And this, it looks really sort of warm toned, and like it's got all the Christmas shades in, but I also think like, I think it's the gold foiling around the shades that's sort of throwing me off as well. And I was like, this way I get to try a new to me brand, and it just made sense in my brain. So I was like, I do want to make an effort. Like if Monolith gives me the option to choose, then I always do want to see if there's anything that's new on the website that is by a brand that I've never tried before. So in my brain then, the gift voucher that I received, I also put towards this one. And this is a brand that one of you actually wanted me to try based on the survey I did in December. And I was like, I know, it's coming, it's coming. I did keep the plastic on so I can keep it pristine while I'm taking pictures. This is by Cryptine Cosmetics. And I'm not entirely sure anymore what this is called. It's the Seraph? I think it's called the Seraph. And the minute I saw this, I was like, yep. It's giving Glaminatrix Bonfire, but make it more cool toned. It's also giving Shall We Makeup Nocturnal Flame X School in Japan palette, but make it more red toned. So you have these like cool tone neutrals here, you have those purpley things here, and then you have those reddish oranges in the middle. I was intrigued, and this is one of those brands that I've never tried before. They're another C Beauty brand as well, and I've been saying how I just love C Beauty and I just want to try more. So this is available through Monolith as well sometimes. Not all C Beauty brands are on there, but some of them are. And then another one that I'm super excited for, the Haunt Me palette. And this is the one where I'm like, oh, it's such a shame that this wasn't in yet in January, but oh well. I was hoping to already put some of these in my January Shop My Stash, and it just didn't happen. So now I'm going to have to move it back a little bit. This is by Blend Bunny, and this is so beautiful. So beautiful. A lot of like cooler tones here at the top, and then you have like some neutral browns. You have this like grayish blue sort of quad, and then of course the blood red sort of thing. So in my brain, this is like a perfect Valentine's Day like palette. You can do so many things with it. Still only one shimmer in every quad. Bit of a shame. But, unlike other Blend Bunny palettes that I've tried, you're not just getting a bunch of like super light shades and super dark shades. I feel there are more midtones in this one. So I hope that can go. Like there's only two super light mattes, and then 1, 2, like 3 really dark like mattes, and the rest of it is okay. But for instance, I probably didn't need both of these, you know? These are too similar. It always happens to me when I try Blend Bunny. But we'll see how that goes. I'm really looking forward to testing this one out as well. Blend Bunny has a really stunning formula, so yeah, loads of really good things, I think. And then what did they send me in PR for the new drop? Because these are the new things that came in. This one wasn't on my wish list when I saw this in my new makeup releases. I already told you, like, do I need that in my life? But it's the Wicked Widow Rocky Horror Show palette. And now that I have it in, I'm like, yes, it wasn't on the wish list because it is a little similar to other things I've had. But Wicked Widow Beauty, I've tried another palette that Monolith sent to me in PR from them. And they are a really good brand. And I do love Tim Curry in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Like, it's just, I do love me a bit of Tim Curry, and he's like front and center right there in his little get up. So I did watch, like, it was one of those movies where I was like never sure, did I watch that at some point or not? Like, I've been dancing the Time Warp since I was 8, but I don't think I actually ever saw the movie. So I did make a point of it when I spotted it on Prime one summer day. Here is what it looks like. And I'm like, why did I not put this on the wish list? Because it's so beautiful. It's essentially like pinky purples with some cooler tone neutrals thrown into the mix. It seems to have some like holochromatic sort of shades, like this gray and also this like purple shade seem to have loads of different sparkles in. It's got light shades, it's got deep shades, but there's no black. We like that. There is no matte white. It's just a very, very light blue. I can get down with this. And if I look at the entire color story, the only thing that doesn't appeal to me is the yellowy gold. Like everything else, I'm like, if this is the Wicked Widow Beauty like formula that I know they can do, because I've tried their Haunt Me palette or Haunted, what's it called? The Haunted House one. That one I've tried, and that was really, really good quality. So now that I have this in, I'm like, ooh, I'm a little bit more excited for this than I had expected. So yeah, thanks to Monolith for sending that to me. And then of course there is the Death Tarot palette from Cosmic Beauty. This one was on the wish list, so I'm really, really appreciative that Monolith sent this to me in PR, because this is one, when it dropped, I was like, yes, like, you're catching my vibe with where I want my eyeshadow to go. Like, gray tones with reds is sort of like my current, like, obsession. Bright purples, reds, loads of gray things, some, like, tealy things, but that pool gray. I can't wait to play with this, but it's gonna have to wait. It's gonna have to wait. I don't have any time to review this anytime soon, but yeah, I'm really, really glad that I now have my hands on this and I can start testing it out for you guys as well. These are the kind of color stories that I'm truly, truly craving at the minute. I don't know why. I'm gonna, like, 2026 is the year I'm gonna make red eyeshadow work. That I've just decided. So I'm super happy with this. Thanks to Monolith for sending me so many things and giving me also a code for you guys. So if you want to get 5% off of your Monolith order, then I'll pop my code in the screen right here. Again, this is made possible by you guys because you use my code and place the orders on the website. Is why they are sending me things. And yeah, they just had a drop last Sunday. So today, as you're watching my video, is one of the first days that my code is active again. So if you want to get something new for Monolith, then you can. And then there is one of the things I am most excited for, and that's that around Christmas time, Lethal Cosmetics contacted me asking me if I wanted to try their SpongeBob collection. But what I didn't know was that they had also sent me an email to try their Serpentine collection, but that one ended up in my spam folder, so I don't check that as often. So once I accept that, like, yeah, I'd like to try the SpongeBob collection, okay, we'll send it to you when it's out in January. I was like, yeah, fine. And then they were like, yeah, by the way, we send you this other email. Could you check it for us and let us know if you want to try the Serpentine collection as well? I was like, oh, did you send me an email about that too? So then they started sending me this. It was a whole thing. It got, like, I don't know what went wrong, but this, like, this package was sent to me before Christmas. and it didn't get here until like a week and a half ago. It took 6 weeks to get here from Germany, so I don't know what happened there. So I got the palette from the Serpentine collection as well as SpongeBob collection, but they also just sent me everything else. So I'm just gonna breeze through things. Like the palettes I've decided to put in my Shop My Stash for February, so that I have 6 palettes in for February. I think I'll be fine there. But unlike with, like, for instance, the Yesstyle, like, cheek stuff and stuff, the SpongeBob collection comes with some lip and cheek products, but I'm not entirely sure how realistic it is for me to be testing those things out within, like, the time frame of the collection being available. So one of the things that is part of the SpongeBob collection, and again, I have a code with them as well, Floating in Dreams SB is the code I was given. As far as I know, from what they've told me in the email, is that you can only get money off if you buy anything from the SpongeBob collection. No gift sets or bundles or anything, but single products. So if you want to use it, be my guest. They gave me this makeup bag and a roll of brushes. The brushes are really pretty, but I could tell from just touching them that these are probably not going to be my vibe. They are really pretty, but I will be passing these on to someone, I think, because I have so many brushes already, and I'm not entirely sure whether I should say this, but this smells so plasticky. It kind of like throws me off, so that's why I'm like, but I did also receive some other makeup-y things. Let me see if I found everything again. So apart from the makeup bag, they do have blotting powders. I have very dry skin, so blotting powders aren't necessarily for me, but know that it exists. If you are super oily, then blotting powders can be really nice, just so you know. They also came out with a setting spray, the 16 hours later setting spray, which I think is such a good play on words. Here's what the bottle looks like. It doesn't say anything about how this is supposed to work. I'm afraid it's just going to be a setting spray. Those are usually too drying for me. I need something with more hydration, I'm afraid. So this is another product where I'm like, is this something I can realistically like test out, or is this something I'm better off like just giving away to someone? And then they ended up sending me 3 of the cheek products. Now these are the like jelly sticks, and I just recently in a video mentioned how that just isn't my favorite formula, but these are quite unique shade-wise, so that does make me want to test it out. But I already know that formulas like this, they are just this... I've tried the Catrice ones, I've swatched the Melt one, or the Milk Makeup ones that first did it, when I went into like Sephora's and stuff, so I know this isn't really for me, but it was part of the collection, so that's why I'm getting to try it. The lip, or there's 2 blushes, one in, what's it called? What's he called again? Mr. Krabs, and there is a no, that's the highlighter, and there is a Gary blush, so let me find those. This is Mr. Krabs. Can I open this? Yeah. So it comes with like this. So it's a brighter, like berry tone almost. These are pretty deep, which I did like the look of. And then also we have Gary, which is more of a brownie toned red. So these are really pretty. I really like the look of those. And the one thing that really makes me go like, yeah, I need to test this out at some point. And it's this Squidward highlighter. So one of them is a highlighter, and it's green. This is a green highlighter, and I've selected a green highlighter for my Shop My Stash this month, but it's a powder. So realistically, the blushes, I'm not entirely sure whether I will be testing those out. This one I'm very intrigued with. So Squidward, I think I want to test out at some point. And then there are 2 lip glosses, Patrick, Star, and SpongeBob lip glosses. But what I noticed when I was like swatching these, if I'm not mistaken, does it say the shade in the back? Oh, it says here. The Patrick one is yellow, which doesn't make sense to me. And the one that says SpongeBob is the pink one. And I'm like, Isn't it supposed to be like the other way around? These were very glittery though, so I'm not exactly sure again how much use I'll be getting out of these. But they are really pretty, especially the yellow one looks intriguing to me. But yeah, it's a bit of a pet peeve. Like to me, SpongeBob is the yellow guy and Patrick is the pink guy, but then the product is the other way around. So that sort of messes in my brain. I'm not entirely sure if I'm just being petty here, but the formula seems okay. I really did enjoy the formula. It seems like this really rich, glossy texture. So they're good quality products, I could tell from just swatching, but not entirely sure whether the shades and the formulas here are necessarily for me. The thing I'm most excited for is the palette. I'm not gonna lie, the SpongeBob eyeshadow palette is the reason why I was like, yup, I want to try that collection. It comes with a little lock, which I'm now going to take off. It comes with keys, which I think is fun. But there is this very annoying thing here that just makes it impossible to store or take anywhere. Like this is essentially a hazard. But look at the palette. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's essentially a very vibrant pink, blue, or purple, green, blue, whatever. You know the colors I love. Yeah, so green, blue, purple sort of palette. Very vibrant. It seems to have some stunning shimmers in. And I haven't tested Lethal Cosmetics eyeshadow in a while. So this is something that I just really wanted to test out. Is it still the same? Is it as good as I remember it being? I mainly have tried a lot of their Freedom System eyeshadows, but I haven't tried a lot of their pre-made palettes, and I was like, this is such a good opportunity for me to be testing it out. So while some of like the cheek and lip products, I was like, nah, maybe not for me. Still very glad that they sent it to me, but the palette is where it's at for me. And I feel similarly about the Serpentine collection. So here's the palette. This I haven't taken any pictures of yet, but the box is beautiful. Look at how this like just unfolds like a little envelope. And then the palette is inside it. And look at that. I do like it's got such a nice sort of like shine to it. And this is the one I'm super excited for. Look at this. It's sort of like grungy, but also like very colorful at the same time. This is very much the vibe I'm going for. There are some like things that could pull it into a neutral direction, but then also you have these like poisonous, like venomous sort of snaky shades that make me go like, yes, want to test that out for sure. So that's why this one is also going to be in my Shop My Stash. And they should have sent me a code with this as well. So I'm going to look it up in my email and pop it in the description box down below. So I should have a code with these as well. But that isn't everything, because this collection also came with a lip balm, which again, I still have to like swatch, and 5, am I correct? Yeah, 5 different lip stains. And the shades of these lip stains, like some of these I think are gonna be really, really pretty. These I was super excited for as well. I've tried like a liquid eyeshadow from Lethal in the past. And I think I've tried, I think I had some like of their cheek products as well before. Like I've tried some things from the brand for sure, but I don't think I've ever tried any of their lip products. And these are like lip stains, and they seem to be quite vampy shades, which is what I'm really into at the minute. So yeah, I'm very excited for these new Lethal things. So thanks so much as well to Lethal Cosmetics for sending me some things in PR. I'm really looking forward to testing out those eyeshadow palettes. And because I know that both of these collections were launched more recently, I decided to prioritize testing those out first over some of the Monolith stuff. It's just the way it is. So those are already in my Shop My Stash with some of the Yesstyle palettes that you saw me hold up in my January haul, and I'm just slowly but surely going to make my way through a lot of these products, yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot, but yeah, I'm also very appreciative that I get this opportunity and that I can test these out and that I can let you know more about it. If there's anything I've shown you here today that you're like, I need to know immediately how you feel about that, then let me know, because then I can prioritize it in my Shop My Stashes, of course. But yeah, that's pretty much how how life went. I don't think there's going to be as much PR or any, like I haven't bought a single makeup product myself in like 2 months now. So I'm like, okay. Just, you know, things for the channel for sure, but nothing like just things that I wanted to get. And there isn't much that I want to get at the minute because I'm like, I don't have any time to review it anyways. So yeah, the wish list is very much on the back burner at the minute is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this video today. Thumbs up this video if you liked it and subscribe because I do come on here and try to review as much as I can for you and give everything a good showcase. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video today. Check back for more if you do want more. I do have a second channel as well because I post 4 times a week on here and then once a week over on Floating in Books. The link can be found in the description box down below, and you can find me at different social media as well. All of my links are in the description box down below, so if you want to follow me anywhere else, then be my guest. And then I really hope to see you again really, really soon in a new video. Bye-bye.